And welcome back to Atreyu News. Breaking: Trump signs massive executive order. And I was waiting for this one. On Thursday, President Trump signed an executive order that calls for an investigation into voter fraud. The Hill reported, President Trump on Thursday signed an executive order establishing an election integrity commission to investigate voter fraud. The commission will be chaired by Vice President Mike Pence and Kansas Secretary of State Krish Kobach will serve as vice chair. The White House announced during Thursday's press briefing. It will study the registration and voting processes used in federal elections, as well as fraudulent voter registrations and fraudulent voting, the order says. Lawmakers from both parties will be on the commission, which will be tasked with studying practices and policies that undermine the American people's confidence in the integrity of the voting processes used in federal elections. According to the text of the executive order, the commission will be charged with reviewing Trump's allegations that millions of people voted illegally in the 2016 election. There has so far been no evidence to support his claims, except for the fact that they found when they did the recount that Jill Stein pushed after Trump won. Remember how they were trying to steal the states that Trump had won? So Jill Stein had recounts in Pennsylvania, Michigan, and another state. Anyways, most of the voter fraud took place within the inner cities that they found in Detroit mainly. There was like 50,000 ballots that were invalid within Detroit because of voter fraud. And then it has been brought to my attention that the Marine Le Pen election was actually stolen from her by a few people. Were telling me about that. So it appears quite clear voter fraud is a massive, massive problem. Breaking: the White House just responded to serious accusations from the press. Department Press Secretary, White House doesn't consider Trump calling Comey to ask if he is under investigation a conflict of interest. Let's take a look.
Isn't it inappropriate for the President of the United States to ask the FBI director directly if he is under investigation?
No, I don't believe it is.
One of these conversations, the President said, happened at a dinner where the FBI director, according to the President, was asking to stay on as FBI director. Don't you see how that's a conflict of interest? The FBI director is saying he wants to keep his job, and the President is asking whether or not he is under investigation?
I don't see that as a conflict of interest, and neither do the many legal scholars and others that have been commenting on it for the last hour. So no, I don't see that as an issue.
It appears Sean Spicer has either been replaced or has quit or something's happened. But from what I understand from watching InfoWars and a couple other sources, Sean Spicer and Reince Priebus are on their way out as well. So we'll have to see what happens. President Trump asked Comey a big question. Here's what Comey said. President Donald Trump, in an exclusive interview Thursday with NBC News, Lester Holt said he had asked FBI Director James Comey if he was under investigation. I actually asked him if I were under investigation. Trump said nothing, that he spoke with Comey once over dinner and twice by phone. I said, if it's possible, would you let me know? Am I under investigation? He said, you are not under investigation. I know I'm not under investigation, Trump told Holt during the 31-minute White House interview. James Comey. Seems like a great decision by Trump. I did find it interesting how Trump trolls the media once again, though. And he always turns the Democratic weapons against them. I think because he's been with them for so long and he understands them so well. But fascinating.